Hey guys and gals, today I'll be talking about the movie Troll 2, but I'm not gonna tell it as Troll 2. I'm gonna call it Goblins because come on, it's about fucking goblins, alright? AKA Troll 2. Now, I was one of those many haters when I first saw this movie. I hated it because of one thing. They called it fucking Troll 2. Okay, I was such a fan of the very first movie. This Troll 2 has nothing to do with the first movie. You know, it was when I found out it was a slap on title, it even got me even more mad. So I became one of the many haters for this movie. As time goes on, I still hated it. But then as time goes on and we have Netflix, which you can finally see this movie on Netflix now, Troll 2 and also Troll 1, which I highly recommend you guys check it again, or if you never checked it before, then you must be fucking crazy. And with all these new horror movies coming out, and none of them are not like effective to me. You know, very few of them are like maybe good that I might enjoy, but they really don't have replay values to these horror movies as the one before. Troll 2, let's be real, at least it had replay value. So it came to the point when I saw this movie again, you know what? It wasn't bad as I thought it was. You know, I actually like for what it is. It was meant to be a horror comedy. It was meant to be stupid anyway. But they should have stuck with the original title, Goblins. It would have been better. To me, it sounds catchy anyway, Goblins. So, to me, I feel like they wasted their time calling it Troll 2. Anyway, it's about this kid and his family. You know, they go on this vacation. And it's like a family exchange program because the town where the family from the city is going to stay at, this family from the farm will have to stay at their house. So before that scene, you know, before they went to the farm, the city family, the boy's dead grandpa, excuse me, telling him that you know what, they don't want them going to the town. As it progressed, the spirit of the grandpa starts telling the boy, you know what, you're in the kingdom of the goblins. These people are goblins, and he got these goblins, right? And I'm not gonna call them trolls, by the way, because the movie called them goblins anyway, even though they titled this Troll 2 in the U.S. Anyway, the goblins is this goblin town is run by a sorceress or evil witch who has a power of magic from the Stonehenge rock, and their goal is to feed humans their food, and when the humans eat their food or drink their food, they turn into plants, and that's when the goblins are going to eat them, because goblins they don't like meat, you know. So I don't know who's the real bad guy or good guy in this movie because the humans they guilty. They eat plants, and plants are actually living things, you know. So are the goblins any different than the humans, or are the humans any different than the goblins? To me, it's like eat what you eat, take what you take, pretty much. Bite the hands that feed you, pretty much. I would say. But anyway, the point is the family supposed to be the other good guys. All right, let's be real. Fast forward again. The boy still trying to help his family like get out the town, don't eat this food, or you'll be eaten by the goblins with the help of his dead grandpa. And the father's like, look, he's dead pretty much. Like, it's like, you know, like the family thinks that's just imaginary friends talking. Meanwhile, you got the daughter of the family, her boyfriend, and her friends come to the town so the guy can spend time with the girl, but the guys, they want to look for a good time. And one by one, they start dying from the goblins or the evil witch that's going to kill them. And and there was that famous scene when one of the nerdy boy, one of the nerdy guys, so the woman went out the woods. He saved her up, bring her to a church, but at the end they get caught by the evil sorceress, and she got turned into the plant, and the goblins started eating her, and the boy ended up becoming like a plant post. Still, later on, when one of the boyfriend, the guy's friend, excuse me, let's say it like that, tried to save him, but he ended up being affected by the food, by the food, you know, and he ended up turning into a plant. He's gonna be eaten soon. Well, he didn't turn into a plant, but you know, he had a milkshake. He's gonna be eaten anyway. To fast forward, the family and the boy finally realized that hey, these people are actually goblins, and they're trying to like run into the house. They're trying to survive battling the goblins, while the boy and his family seance grandpa, and he did like a transfer the troll in the house, while the boy would have to go into the witch's lair to battle her, and stop and destroy the stone, because the stone is what give goblins their power, And the grandpa, before he has to go back, he gave him like a bag that has like it's supposed to be like a powerful weapon, what it feels like to be. But to fast forward, spoiler, the weapon was a fucking double-decker bologna sandwich. And the goblins and the evil sorcerers say, don't eat that, because, they don't like meat, And so the boy and his family comes, touching the stone. They were able to defeat the goblin and the witch. They gone back to the house. The mother started eating the apple. Now, remember that scene I told you about the family? That exchange program? Well, take a wild guess. Yeah, the family's pretty much the troll also, of course. Goblins also. And as the mama ate the apple, she ended up turning into plant food pretty much. And you get your twist ending right there with the boy. See the guy eating the guy's mom up. And the boy saying, no. Oh, I think he was screaming or something. But that's the funny thing of the movie is the way these actors act. It was just B-movie is silly acting, But, that's what the movie is. To me, it was like comedy horror. It shouldn't be taken seriously, like before, But things change, guys and gals. But the soundtrack for this movie was really good, I think this was actually an Italian movie, because it says Film Mirage or something. And Film Mirage, you see that title. I think it has something to do with Italian cinema, All in all, as time changes, this movie is like, you know what? I forgive and forget now, and I actually like it now. Anyway, peace, guys. See you later. Troll 2, aka Goblin, check it out. But I'm calling it Goblins.